Okay. Um, Dream 3 is like so much weirder than the others because it's less of a cohesive story and more random stuff. So, um, I'm with my mom in in like her car, and she's driving, and we pull up to this in this driveway to this house, and it belonged to um my stepdad, but who was dead, and in the dream he was dead too. And um I think it was like, now it wasn't my stepdad's real house before he met my mom, but it was just some random, I just knew it was his house. That was how what it's going to symbolize. Anyway, she said she had to like, she was kind of like a bit emotional. She had to like, said she had to like go pick some cherries. So she walked and I walked with her to like the back of the house, and there was this bush or like kind of like this kind of tall hedge or bush thing. And there was like this fruit on it, like a bunch of this fruit, and it wasn't exactly cherries, but it was like in the shape of an almond or the shape of a raisin. And it was like kind of pinkish red. And so she was like just picking them off in her hand. And then I guess she was collecting them for something. And then for some reason I got mad or emotional or upset or something. And I just decided to pick a handful of these. And I took them with me, and I walked back to the front of the house, into the driveway, into my mom's car. And I just kind of like ate all that fruit like in my hand. I just like threw it all in my mouth and just, ate it in that one instance. And so I went back to my mom's car, and I got in it, and I backed out of the driveway, and I drove off. And I guess I was I drove into like this like parking lot. I think of like maybe a hotel or something. I don't know, it was like a tall building, but anyways, like there was like the street, kind of, the parking lot of the hotel was like a like a circle. And so for some reason I lost control of the car. And or well, it suddenly like just wasn't like working right. And so I was trying to like press every button to make it work, and nothing was, it was like kind of like spazzing out of control, and I like just barely was able to keep it from hitting into any of the parked cars, or you know becoming a total disaster. And so like I called my mom. I'm like, and she said, you have to press the tan colored or brown colored button or silver button or something on, I think, the the key, or in the car or something. And I was trying to do that. I was like pressing like every button I could see, and or pressing everything I could see, and it just wasn't working. It was just like spazzing out of control. And then I hang up with her, and it's like I have to deal with this now because it's not like it's gonna like, I don't know, destroy another car or something if I don't like somehow get this under control or turn it off at least. And so at that point I'm in the, like, I guess I entered the back way. And so I pull up of the hotel. And so I drive around. At that point I've made it somehow to the front of the hotel. And it's like you have the hotel kind of in the back, the entrance in the back, and then in front of me there's this like a curb, like and then like a grass, and then another curb, and then there's like the street outside. And so I'm kind of like hurtling towards a free parking space, and right before it crosses over the curb and then into the grass and then into the street, I I'm able to like get it to stop. And it's like I it's like it turns into like a jet ski all of a sudden. And I put my right hand on the steering wheel and I put my left hand like on the back, and I'm so frustrated with this now jet ski vehicle thing that I'm able to just pick it up and I just throw it on the ground in frustration and anger. I guess it had to change into that because I couldn't pick up a car, but I'm like so pissed off at this jet ski because it was just like malfunctioning or whatever, and I couldn't get under control. And I just threw it on the ground, and it just like rolled into the street. I threw it with such force, like it banged into the street, rolling into the street, and then it's like it landed in the middle of the street, and I knew that I couldn't leave it there, and I was still pissed off. So I went to get after it, and then there was like some people on a crosswalk and then like a person in a truck, and they were watching, and they said like, "Oh, I wish I had that jet ski," or "Oh, that looks like a nice jet ski." And I said like screw you, like you don't know. It's like I was swearing at them like, "You piece of shit," or like "F you," and then they're like, "What did you say to me?" And so the people in the like two guys in the crosswalk and the guy in like the truck came out, and I grabbed the jet ski and I made it back to the to like some sidewalk. I was kind of close to the hotel, and I started running because they were chasing me, but I was running backwards. I was able to run like at regular pace, but I was backwards. So I was facing them, and they were running frontwards towards me. And at first, I was able to get away because I was just faster. And then one of them just kind of like stopped. And I was like, like, haha, I got away from you. And then all of a sudden, the others like started running and caught up with me, and they're like about to hit me because I couldn't like outrun them backwards as they were running towards me, facing them. And they were like right about to hit me or something. And then that's when I woke up.